Hello Amy's and book lovers, my name is Ash and welcome back to my channel. I'm going to be doing a book tag video, which I know I'm behind on. I have a few that I still need to do. I'm sorry Heather, I know I have to do a bunch of videos and I'm just so behind my videos. This is the Would You Rather book edition. I was tagged by Nell Diamond, and please, if you're going to do anything with this video, at least check her out and also check out the people that I'm going to be tagging because they are amazing. I'm going to be tagging 3 people. You do not have to do the video. It's obviously like optional. If you would like to do it, you can do it. If you're not, that's fine. If anything, just please check their channels out because there are so many amazing people on booktube that don't really get enough recognition, and I just think that they deserve it, and I'm going to be linking them down in my description below so you can see their channels and check them out. So I'm going to be going through these. Most of these are blind because I forget a lot of them. Not surprised, but I forgot a lot of them, so I'm hoping I can get through them really quick. I'm also filming this on Valentine's Day, and I was going to put my flowers. My boyfriend got me roses for Valentine's Day, and I was going to put them behind me, you know, as like decor, but I didn't have space for them on my shelf. My shelf is a bit short, so I'll just show them like this for a second. They're really pretty, and I love roses, even though they're very cliche, but I love them, okay? So let's go on with the Would You Rather book tag and start with the first question. Question 1 is, would you rather have a friend lose your book or dog ear your book? If anyone chooses that they rather have their friend lose their book, I would very much question a lot of different things, because I think I'd rather have someone just, you know, put a crease in my book than to completely lose it. Yeah, definitely dog ear, because I mean, I don't like dog earing. I used to do it when I was younger. I used to do it and I didn't care about it. Now I rather not, and I also have so many bookmarks that like I want to use my bookmarks because they're beautiful. So I have a good reason now to use them. So I don't dog ear anymore. I don't think it's like the worst thing in the world if it's your own books, but I wouldn't do it to someone else's. That's kind of mean unless they say I can. I don't think I would anyway. I have trust issues already. Someone losing my book, especially my friend. I would have a vendetta against my friend if they lost my book, especially like one of my favorite books. Question 2 is, would you rather secretly hate a book everyone loves, or would you secretly rather hate everyone? Wait, what a mood. No, I didn't mean that. Okay, question 2 is, would you rather secretly love a book everyone hates or secretly hate a book everyone loves? I think this one, I feel like, this is a difficult one for me because I usually dislike books that people hate. Like if a book has a low rating, I usually feel very similar. And I usually don't hate books everyone loves. Usually there are some situations where I've DNF'd books that I know people love. Night Circus, Strange the Dreamer, I actually DNF'd them. I did not enjoy them. And I think that those situations, I actually kind of would rather just hate a book everyone loves because it seems kind of normal for me sometimes. I feel like if there's a book people hate, there's usually a reason for it, and I don't know if I would like the book. I don't know. Question 3 is, would you rather be stuck on a very long plane ride or a train ride without a book? I actually don't read very much when I'm in transportation. I actually really enjoy like looking at the environment around me. I like to look at the window. When I used to take like really long Greyhound bus rides when they used to be in Canada. Rest in peace, Greyhound. They don't do that anymore here, which is the most unfortunate thing ever. I used to be in a long distance relationship with my boyfriend. We live together now, but I used to be about 4 hours away from him, so I would take like a 3+ hour car ride, and I would always like want to read, but honestly it's really difficult to read because my mind wanders a lot, and I like to read in my own like environment. So I guess in this answer though, I would definitely choose a train because it's like, I don't know, I feel like trains are really relaxing to me and there's more to look at outside. A plane, you just see clouds. Well, I guess you could see things below you. I've never been on a plane. I don't know if you can tell. I've never been on a plane. I have no idea what you can see at the window. I'm assuming if it's like a cloudy day, you see clouds. But if it's not a cloudy day, you could probably see like the city below you. I've never been on a plane. I've never actually left Ontario. Actually, Southern Ontario. I've never left like one little area of Ontario I've never left before my entire life. So I've never actually been on a plane, but trains are actually pretty fun. I actually enjoy them. So I think I would say a train ride. Question 4 is, would you rather have dinner with your favorite author or your favorite character? This is a no-brainer for me. Oh my gosh. Okay, this would definitely be my favorite characters because I'm sorry to the authors that write these books. I'm sure that they're great people, but what would I talk to them about? Their own books? Like, I feel like it'd be a little bit awkward. I'm not very good with humans. Fictional characters though, I feel like I could somehow get to know them and enjoy their presence a bit more. I don't know, maybe not. I also realized the people I like, and maybe it wouldn't be good to be on a dinner with them, but if I had to choose who I would go like on a dinner, is it a date? It says have dinner with them, not a date. Okay. Well then, Jude Carden from the Coco the Air trilogy. Carden is one of my favorite like book boyfriends. He's probably my top one. Rhysand and Carden are like neck and neck. I used to think it was Rhysand, but now my brain likes Carden more. Carden would be a fun time. He would probably get tipsy, but hey, I would love to be a part of that. I don't drink, but I'll watch him drink. Okay, this is getting weird. this sound, like in my brain, it doesn't sound as bad, but then I say it out loud and I'm like, you know what, maybe we should just keep this to a minimum. And I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna go into the next question. Question 5 is, would you rather date a character you have a crush on or crush from real life? Okay, so I don't have a crush in real life. I only have fictional crushes. When I was younger, I actually used to have crushes on fictional characters mostly. I didn't have as many like real life crushes. I did, but not very much. I always had crushes. Like my first crush ever was Ash Ketchum from Pokemon. So like I didn't actually have huge crushes on guys, and I already have a boyfriend. So if I had to choose between my boyfriend and a character from a book, okay, is my boyfriend watching this? Okay, you know what? Listen, he just got me flowers and it's Valentine's Day and I have to be committed. If I'm talking about like a crush in real life, I don't have anyone. I don't have any crushes in real life. I'm gonna say that books, because I don't have a real one in real life. If real fictional men were real, my boyfriend would be in trouble, okay? But he's also pretty awesome, so you know, it just depends on the guys. It depends on the guys in the books, okay? It depends on the book characters, all right? I hope my boyfriend never watches this video, and if he does, I love you. And don't take it personal. Fictional men aren't really gonna happen. They're not gonna come out into the books, into the real world. They're not real. Question 6. Would you rather have your favorite book turned into a movie or your favorite movie turned into a book? I would rather, okay, I don't like movies. I don't like movies. Is that me? Is that only me? I don't like sitting in front of like a screen for like 3+ hours. I find it boring. I like TV shows. I don't like movies very much, but I would rather have a book turned into a movie. Even though usually the movies turn out horrible from what I've seen, but I'd rather have a book turned into a movie because I think it's, I don't know, I just think that movies turning into books, there'd be a lot of things missing within it. When it comes to books, there's usually more details and there's more like character growth and there's a lot of more internal dialogue. And I think that movie going into a book would lose some of that. I think when books going into movies, there's more to work on. So I definitely would think that a book being turned into a movie is preferable over a movie turned into a book. I think most of the movies that I really love are from books. So like Anne of Green Gables is my favorite. The older ones are my favorite movies of all time, and they were adapted from books. If there was a really good like A Court of Thorns and Roses movie, if it was done well, I know that it's in development supposedly, but I don't have much faith. I'll be honest, I don't have much faith, but I'm hoping. Question 7 is, would you rather read a book with an annoying cliffhanger or have one where your favorite character is killed off? Excuse me? Why would I want my character to... I read fantasy books and I am used to like characters not surviving, but I would not want my favorite character to die. I've experienced it way too often. Usually with anime, I used to watch anime a lot more than I do now, and a lot of my favorite characters used to not live, and I hate that. I hate that. Obviously, I'd rather have a cliffhanger. I mean, if it's like a really, really high fantasy book, I think maybe this question is a little bit difficult to choose because like, I think characters dying sometimes is actually a good thing. In the Inheritance Cycle, the like Aragon books, there is a character that I thought was going to die, and he was actually one of my favorite characters, and I actually kind of wanted him to. I thought it would fit his character a bit more. So sometimes I do think that it can fit for fantasy books, but in general, I'd rather have a cliffhanger because honestly, I'll be honest with you guys, I usually read series that are already completed. If the series wasn't finished, I'd rather have a cliffhanger because I don't like cliffhangers, I honestly don't, but I get over them pretty quickly. So I guess I would rather just say cliffhangers. Question 8 is, would you rather lose the ability to read any books or the ability to reread books you've already read? I don't reread very often. I don't really care for rereading. The only time I've ever reread books are either to get ready for the next book in a series. So if I'm reading a series that's not completed and I don't remember much, I'll reread the books. The only other situations I've reread books is like my favorite books of all time. I reread The Cruel Prince and Court of Thorns and Roses like twice now. So it would suck to not be able to reread books, but at the same time, 100% I'd rather not. Like if I only had the books I've read only to read my whole life, I think I get tired of it. So I'd rather read only new books and not be able to ever reread again. I would be missing out way too much on the new books coming out, so no thank you. I think I'd rather just read new books and not reread old books. Question 9 is, would you rather live in a library or a bookstore? I think it depends on the library because I think there's really, really well-stocked libraries and some of that aren't. I think I'd rather choose a bookstore because a lot of bookstores have like new releases and they usually have like a few books in a series instead of just having like one. My library usually has like the first and like fifth book in a series, but not like the second and third. So I would definitely say bookstores because they usually have new releases and they're constantly, you know, bringing in new ones. But libraries, usually they're like older books or they're books that, like I said, are like different in the series. I don't think I can survive with that. I do love libraries, I really, really do. And it sounds amazing to like be overnight in a library, like sleeping over in a library sounds amazing. Living in one, I would say a bookstore. I definitely think a bookstore. And they also have like Starbucks inside of them, and they have like Tim Hortons inside of them. So I can like, you know, have snacks once in a while. So I think that would be kind of nice. So yeah, I think I would choose a bookstore, definitely. Yeah, that sounds like actually a fun time, having a sleepover in a bookstore. I would love to do that. They should actually do that. They should have like sleepover nights in bookstores. Also a horrible idea. Never mind, don't do that. Question 10 is, would you rather lose your place or get a paper cut every time you read a book? Excuse me? I would never, I hate paper cuts. I hate paper cuts. I would rather lose my spot every single time I read a book because I could try to at least remember the number, the page number. I'm actually pretty good at finding my pages again. So yeah, I would rather not get paper cuts every time I read a book. That sounds like literal torture. So no, thank you. Two more questions. Question 11 is, would you rather have always read in the dark or always read books with tiny text? Oh, I don't like reading in the, okay, I don't like reading in the dark. I get like headaches constantly. But tiny text also I don't like because I think I need glasses. If it's in the dark with like a little light on, like a little like paper light or book light or like a small lamp in the background, I wouldn't mind that. If it was literally dark, how could I read? I usually read at night anyway, so I think I'd rather read in the dark as long as there's a light on that I can read with than have tiny text. I do not like tiny text. My foot's falling asleep. Oh my god. One question left. And question 12 is, would you rather read by a fireplace or on the beach? I feel like the beach would be, sand would get in my book. I like outdoorsy things. I like forests and hiking. I like that kind of outdoorsy thing. But I don't really like going out on like beaches. I'm not someone that likes to like relax on a beach for like 5 hours straight. I would never want to like visit a country strictly to like relax. I don't like that. A lot of people do. I'm not a huge fan of that kind of stuff. I'd rather go for like sightseeing. So I'm not really a huge like beach person. I'd rather go in the water than sit on the beach and read. So I think that I would probably choose a fireplace because I'd most likely be indoors, and I really like to read indoors. It's like my comfort place to read in. So yeah, fireplace, like the crackling of the fire, the warmth of it, like the beauty of it. Like I don't know, fire is just like a beautiful thing to me. It's so archaic and like it brings me back to the caveman years when I wasn't alive. So these questions, there's actually a bunch of different tags on Lauren's bookshelf. I'm going to be putting the link for her website below, but if you want to find this tag or a bunch of other tags that you might want to consider doing, I'm going to be putting that in my description. There's a lot of really, really cool tags. I actually might do some in the future, so I'm going to be looking forward to that if I ever decide to do it. Like I said, if you were tagged in this video, you were not forced to do this video, don't worry about it, but if you would like to at least check people out in the description. Also, if you wanted to answer any of these questions, you can do so in the comments. You can just do like a short jot notes instead of me just rambling, but it's up to you if you want to kind of like elaborate on a certain question, or you want to like go against what I'm saying, or even like agree with what I'm saying. Whatever you want to do, I would really appreciate you doing that, and I would love to hear from you all because I always love to hear from you all. I appreciate you all so much. I don't want to get sappy again. I always do this, so I'm gonna stop doing it. Put a rose emoji in the comments below if you don't have anything else to say. So with that, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day, great reading month, and I hope to see you all soon. Goodbye, everyone.